Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison faces backlash after travelling from Australian Capital Territory to Sydney to visit his family. Marvi Delfin will tell us why live. Yes, Marvi, good evening.
Prime Minister Scott Morrison flew from Canberra to Sydney aboard the VIP Royal Australian Air Force jet on Sunday to visit his family in Sydney for Father's Day and then returned to Canberra without undergoing the 14-day mandatory quarantine. The media and the public have both questioned this action as to why he was exempted from quarantine rule and why he used the taxpayers' funded jet for personal reasons, while thousands of Australian families are currently under lockdown and have been unable to see their loved ones across the border. Labour Party's Christina Keneally also expressed her opinion, calling Mr. Morrison a blame shifter for refusing to take responsibility both for his recent actions and the unsuccessful vaccine rollout in the country.
Now, Mr. Morrison refuses to take responsibility for the catastrophic consequences of his failure on quarantine. And it's the same with the vaccine rollout. Mr. Morrison failed to purchase enough COVID vaccines, another clear Commonwealth responsibility. Then he failed to distribute the vaccines rapidly and effectively.
Meanwhile, Mr. Morrison has defended his visit and stated that he lives in Sydney, although his workplace is in Canberra. He also called the criticisms from his political opponents cheap shot and claims that his exemption has several conditions, such as restriction on movements while in ACT and taking frequent COVID-19 tests. Australian Capital Territory Chief Minister Andrew Barr said that the Prime Minister's role falls within the essential worker category and that it is unique in the nation. Marielle?
Marvi, how did the other members of the parliament took this news?
Marielle, other members of parliament were also displeased, particularly those ones who were stuck serving the 14-day quarantine, like MP Luke Gosling. Other than his political opponents, the public saw this action as unfair, and others were indeed quite emotional, as they have not been allowed to visit their loved ones for a while now because of lockdown. Back to you, Marielle.
Thank you, Marvi Delfin, reporting live from Perth, Australia.